This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The give to the lone running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Moss. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Collins. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got a man. It's Bell. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
He wants to throw it again. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another first down.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Cardinals line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Scanning the field, it's Moss. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative. Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Hand off from the gun. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The short hands, it's Grimes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. He's got the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to Brown. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lacey. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. gives it to the back on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to go with draw, and they didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless, and that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
NC State 7, Louisville 3.
So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Moss. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Reels it in down the left side. Wide open spaces. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point is good.
17. NC State 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Rams him with the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Bailey. This time it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Shotgun snap on third down. Under fire. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Cardinals line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Moss. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Skinner. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys.
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Moss. Quickly complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Brown has it. Runs through the tackle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Runs through a tackle.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking for a man. It's Moss. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Louisville! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll give it to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and man, if you talk about being down at the half, what's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Smothers. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the shotgun, the inside kid. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return, and then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
To the air, it's Bailey. Catch in the middle, it's Smothers. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Fit it in the window for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Is headed back out on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Moss. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Powers through. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaks into the open. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Gonna try to get it himself. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
On the run, it's Scott. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And this one is perfect. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got room on the return. Touchdown, NC State. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
That makes the score NC State 31, Louisville 24.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Quick strike complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Moss. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they're stopping. I don't think this is decision time. You need a touchdown. You've got to put that on the board. So this offense now, they know it's 4th down. It's a big play. What's your favorite play to go to right now?
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight it.
Turning it on. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback on the keeper. Running to Green. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Running into the open space. Lots of running room. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Moss. Rushes on him. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fires left. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the Cardinals will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Timeout, NC State.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Why not trying to get it in? And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.